James Elder, IFL in association with MTK Global. With me, I've got British and Commonwealth champion Tommy Langford. How are you, Tom?
I'm good, thanks, mate. Very good, very good.
Good chance for you to have a look at your opponent at the press conference. A little bit of a character, to say the least. How did you find today?
Yeah, it's strange one, really, isn't it? Because he didn't say anything. The fighter himself, he can't say anything because he can't speak English. So listening to his trainers and coaches is a bit of a strange concept on a press conference. Do you know what I mean? And them talking for him is a bit of a funny one, but like, you know, it is what it is. They was trying to say things and say I'm not this and not that. You know, they'll find out on Saturday night what I'm about, and they'll be in for a shock, man.
I mean, his trainer or some of his training teams are trying to make a point that who have you faced, who on your record is recognised as a contender to get into this situation and position. What was your sort of response to that, Tom?
Well, my response was, who have I fought? In the last 12 months I've fought more people than him, he's fought no one. And like, I've fought for British and Commonwealth titles. It doesn't matter if they don't know who they are, it's still a British and Commonwealth title against good operators. You know, the fact that they're clueless on the world of boxing and they just think all about America, that's their problem, that's not my problem. Do you know what I mean? You know, I know who he's boxed. He boxed Douglas 12 months ago, which was a good win, and I said that. But then before that, 7 years ago, before that was the last person he boxed good, and that was Hassan Adam, who beat him. In between that bracket, he fought absolutely nobody. People with losing records constantly, and no wonder he's going through them and winning on by knockout. Because you know, if he ain't knocking them out, then you know he definitely ain't Mike Tyson. Then, do you know what I mean? And all that nonsense is just another thing. You know, they try and feed on from what I can see, is they're trying to talk it up and try and make things scared of him and all this. He ain't nothing, mate. I've just got to do my job, man. Not worry about him. I know what he does, and he ain't. And the reason why they got asked if they got a plan B when they can't get near me. They couldn't answer it because he ain't got a plan B. Because their plan and their only plan is to get in and get in close and beat me up. And if he can't do that, what's his option? He ain't gonna box me. He ain't gonna. Do you know what I mean? So it's just one of them. Got a bit, you know. Obviously, I got a bit riled. Said some things, but everything I said was said with sense. Do you know what I mean? If you look at it and you look at the records and all that sort of thing, you know, then the evidence is there. You don't have to lie about where I've been and what I've done and who I've said yes to and what I've fought. You know, had I fought Eubank last year and he'd accepted it, that fight, which I accepted, they wouldn't even be in the picture with that. Do you know what I mean? You wouldn't even be talking about that. I'd have fought Billy Joe by now already. So you know, it's one of them. They can say what they want and can do what they want, but ultimately Saturday night is the one. Saturday night, everyone's finding out, including them, what I'm about.
How confident are you? You can get into a rhythm. You can get your jab working. You can outbox him and get them angles going. Because as you mentioned, he's going to try and get underneath you. There's probably I imagine a lot of possibility of the heads clashing as well, where he's going to be coming forward. How do you deal with that, Tommy? How do you keep him off?
Got to land the first punch. Got to be first to the punch, and it's no good landing singles. Got to land numbers. You know what I mean? Which is I've always been good at. They obviously haven't watched any footage of me, because otherwise they'd see, you know, what he's coming up against. And it's, you know, I throw a lot of punches. He's gonna have to walk through a hell of a lot of punches to get to me. And then if he gets to me, let's see if he's even got the punch that they're talking about. And you know, he might be physically strong, but one punch power, we'll find out when we will. Well, hopefully I won't find out, but we'll find out in the night. But I don't, you know, all the talking's done, all the things done, all the training's done. I know exactly what I've got to do. I know how to do it. I've done it before. I've done it to fighters in sparring, in fights. I've fought short guys before, the amateurs, and, you know, been in against anybody all my whole career, so I don't care what he brings and what he does and what he is what he is. I'm going to do me, and I'm going to win.
He's very confident. I mean, if you look at the fighters that he's faced in the past, what makes you different, Tommy? What can you do that he hasn't seen before? Well,
it's not that he hasn't seen it before. It's been seen, and it's, you know, and Dan beat him by boxing using his feet, and I watched that fight. He beat him. He wrote the script on it, and you know, I ain't gonna ignore that. I've seen that, and I know how to beat him as well. So you know, it's one of them. You've just got to do it. Just got to do that job that has been done before. But I've got to do it better.
everything's sort of dependent on May the 6th with Golovkin and Chavez Jr. as to what Billy Joe Saunders would do. We know he's going to fight in July regardless of that, but is it exciting or frustrating for yourself having that carrot dangled over this fight? How do you deal with that pressure? How do you deal with that mental anxiety that there's a bigger fight, even bigger fight after this potentially?
He's clueless in boxing, really. Even if the fight's signed, it still ain't on. You know what I mean? So, to be honest with you, I ain't bothered about what's down the line or what might be down the line or what's there. Saturday night is a massive, massive fight, huge chance to me, and I've got to deliver. I've got to deliver.
Best of luck for Saturday, Tommy. We'll catch you Friday at the weigh-in. Thanks for the Title TV champ, and I'll see you there.
Nice one, James. Cheers, mate.